Going live. Okay, welcome. It's Friday. If I sound a little different, I'm on the computer today. I didn't have my microphone. I've actually got a new one coming in Monday. Excited about that. Welcome. I appreciate all my viewers. It's a small group now. I've only got about 500 subscribers so far, but the viewership is continuously going up. We're offering real good content. If you're a serious real estate investor, doesn't matter where you are, I've got real estate right here where you can invest with me. I'll help you manage out of state, whatever. I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm a state licensed Alabama real estate broker. And most of my clients are investors anyway, outside of the UA parent base, that buy homes and condominiums for their kids going to school. Most of my clients are investors, and they buy and sell property, rent property almost every single year. Most of them do. So this is really what this video is about. Every single day, I try to put notations with the listings that I think could meet the investor 1% approach, where you could collect 1% of the value you paid for the property and rent each month, and really get that down. Lots of other things. Another beautiful day. We're so fortunate to be having the weather that we are. We continue to keep our neighbors to the east in our prayers and sending what we can for assistance after those terrible storms. I've had 2 total lost houses to tornadoes just in the past 15 years right here in Tuscaloosa, West Alabama. One was in Pickens County, one was in Tuscaloosa. Both totally destroyed the properties that I owned. I was inside one of them. I was just telling another realtor that came in and bought some bar stools this morning, Carla Underwood. She, I was just telling her that it's kind of my signature with the new construction homes I've developed. They all have tornado shelters inside of them. Just because I've been touched by that, and I don't want to put a family in a brand new $300,000-$400,000 property, and they don't even have anywhere to go when a tornado warning happens. A lot of builders just take the same old, and want you to pay for it if you want to add it after the fact. And with me, you just get so much more. The tornado shelter's built in, plus furniture. That's a new offer. It's absolutely a new offer. Just 1 second here. Turn my laptop back on. I placed my Halloween candy order this morning. My goodie bags that we're going to pass out here at the furniture store are going to be on swole, as they like to say, all my friends like to say. We're in the deep South, so pardon my accent or some of my construed words, like construed. Just to excuse me, but like I said, I'm very appreciative of the views we're continuing to get. I just try to be honest. I got to stay in my lane. One thing with this business for sure, I think a lot of people think realtors are supposed to be like public servants, like we work for the government or something, and we definitely do not work for the government. Our freedom of speech is just as important, even though we've got some issues within our own system here with the that settlement with NAR and the way they kind of regulate things. Like I'm not able to put already furnished on a public description when I list a property. I don't have any way to co-brand those listings. And there's some things there that anything that restricts your freedom of speech is not supposed to exist. And for some reason, the Realtors Association has so much clout in the country, and it's so big, and there's so many of us now, and it's so many people paying into it. It just kind of seems like there's nothing you can do about it. When I'm paying member, want to make a change, but however, they settle billion-dollar lawsuits without even emailing us and asking a couple of questions like, do you think we should settle this? Do you think, or have you ever kept a full 6% commission and promised a seller that it was for you to split that with another agent, 3% and 3%, and then you just ended up keeping the full six because they don't talk about it again or whatever. That was what that lawsuit was about. And I have no doubt Tuscaloosa has seen a seller's market develop, especially since the pandemic and all the property and pricing increases. So I've seen what comes with the seller's market. It really gives owners, a big head. I hate to say that sometimes, but it gives them a big head. And I can see how agents would absolutely take care of that in some of these other places, where there's millions of people and stuff like that. And they did. I want you to understand when you have a buyer agent, if you were to use one agent for both sides of the deal, you likely can get that commission lower, even though the buyer doesn't always sell. And now the seller's not legally required to pay both commissions. That's still the trend. That's the normal process. Lenders can't do a commission on the borrower side yet. Maybe only a couple of companies can even do something like that. So for now, that's the trend, and just there's new elements to it. The market's so good, the inventory is so low all over the country. There's so many buyers, things are changing. Back in the day, the whole buyer agency was added because there was a need. And now it's kind of like it shifted completely around with Zillow and Realtor.com, figuring out how to separate the buyer caller from the listing agent with their own website in order to sell that information to another broker. And I just feel like they tried to kill it all. Zillow and Realtor.com have contacted me about openings in these zip codes that used to just be sewed up. In particular, the zip code that's got the University of Alabama. I'll never forget, 10, 12 years ago, my first account with Zillow, I was the first agent that purchased 35401 zip code from Zillow. There was no other agents there. And now when I stopped paying them because they were saturated, there was like 4 different realtors getting the one contact at the same time. So the buyer would just be telling you, hey, somebody's moving in. Hey, I just talked to another agent, said the exact same thing. So that's kind of when I decided to make a shift and compete directly with those companies and note from what they're doing, instead of continuing to pay the fees. And also my new construction, started in 2019 as well. So I kind of shifted away from buyer agency marketing and dollars so much, focusing on the listing side, as well as the new construction. So, but yeah, I've been doing this a long time. I appreciate everybody that's watching, trying to catch up, get a little bit more intimate with me, monitor listings, check, compare what their property might be worth. Whatever this video can benefit for you, I would love you to use it. Introduce yourself, call me anytime. And like I said, it's really, really good for investors. When you hire me as your buyer broker to find you a home, I kind of do a little bit more intimate approach, sending things instead of just this daily approach. But for investors, there's so many of them, you really can't do it that way. So this is the best opportunity for an investor to take 5 minutes max, maybe even 1 minute. Each listing link has a brief description beside it that I type up to give you that info, so you don't even have to drill down on what it will, be in your criteria. And it makes it that much faster, that much more efficient. And a serious investor, that's what they're going to want to do, each day. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of investors. That's just what they do every day. They look at the market for new deals. And I do the video and the follow up email. So if you want that email, so you don't have to watch my beautiful face here, in my comments, you can just get the email. So, all right. I've already shared the links out online. Let's go ahead and just jump in. Let's see what we got today. I see two that are back on market. A $90,000 home on County Road 110 in Fayette. It was pending, now back active. Sarah Rickert, Realty One, is the seller's agent. 3-bed, 2-bath with 3 acres for $90,000. How about that? Back active. And then there's one in Kennedy. Been on the market 50 days. House and 1+ acre. He's got this one listed. Jade Britton. Oh, yeah, I saw this one when it was listed. Withdrawn to active. So it was off market, back on market. House and 1 acre. It's got Gordo school zones, built in 2019, and they're asking $365,500. That's really high. That is really high. All right, let's see what we got here. It says there's 19 new listings, but I doubt. Yeah, there's only 16, which is still good. Still good. Okay, first up, we're in Tuscaloosa City North here. Okay, we're in Tuscaloosa City North. Ever popular Towns North River. 5362 Savannah Avenue. 2-level home, 4 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms. Built in 2014, so it's 10 years old, 1 decade. Bigger home, 2,684 square feet. It's got the city schools, Rock Quarry, North Ridge, West York over at Hamner. This was from yesterday. I saw this one. West York's got it listed from Hamner Real Estate's 574.9. 574.9. That's a nice home in a great subdivision. Okay, next up. I'm familiar with this area. Foster's, Alabama, Benton Sod Farm. It's a subdivision there that's got several houses directly on the river. This is one of them. 12845 Lackey Lane, which is the one main road that goes through that subdivision. 1-level home, built in 2020, so it's still practically brand new. It's only 4 years old. Larger floor plan, 2,050 square feet. It's got 1.2 acres with it, which is what you want. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 half bathroom. Foster's has got Myrtlewood Elementary and Sipsey Valley Schools. Ralph Harvey, List with Freedom, is the seller's agent. He's one of those internet brokers who's not around this area, and he lists it for a super cheap seller side, and then you have to accommodate showings, talk to the other realtors, deal with everything. These days sellers want to be involved and not have to get a license. And I think that's what it is. You really don't save any money with this. He listed for 1% seller side because he doesn't have to do anything but put it in the MLS. And then essentially you do all the work. The co-brokers are going to contact you for showings. They're going to contact you for questions, negotiation, the whole 9 yards. So I really don't know why, 4% commission, because you're still going to pay 3% to a buyer agent, is any different from 5%. You can get a good local realtor that'll take care of everything, for a point more. And So yeah, that's a discount internet broker. They're asking 550,000 for that one, which is really high. Okay, next up, Tuscaloosa City North, Fox Ridge subdivision. Got some good clients in Fox Ridge. One level, 3-bed, 2-bathroom, built in 1997, right before turn of the century. Moderate size, 1,866 square feet. This is 2001 Foxwood Lane. Morgan Smith over at Keller Williams. I've never met her before. It's the seller's agent. 335,000 asking price. 335,000 asking price. That's probably right on par. It's a little bit on the high side, but that's 35406, which is the best zip code. Okay, next up, we're in Tuscaloosa City West, Brooksdale subdivision, very recognizable. 511 Brooksdale Drive. This is a partially wooded subdivision, so there's still some pine trees. One level, built in 1964, so it's mid-century. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. You don't see that a whole lot. It's got just under a third of an acre parcel, 0.28. Skyland Elementary, Bryant High School is the zoning, city schools. Rachel Washington at DC Com. Oh, this is a foreclosure. Rachel's got it listed for $189,900. There are 4 or 5 huge pine trees directly in front of this house. Like if you were standing at the front door, you could reach your hand out and touch one of them. I don't see how an insurance company would be okay with that. If those trees fell on that house, it could kill somebody. That's how close and big they are. So I probably cut those trees before I bought that house. But the price is, kind of good at $189,000. Okay, next up, more new construction. Northport County Grand Point subdivision, very popular. A lot of new money going in Grand Point. 12659 White Pine Drive. One level, built this year, 1,786 square feet. So it's a moderate size. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 half bathroom. It's got just over a tenth of an acre, 0.14. Huntington Elementary, Tuscaloosa County High for the zoning. School zoning. Andrew Gore, Remax Premier. He is related to the seller, the builder. It's a family business, kind of like the Manderson setup and quarter real estate with the builders group. 369,969. Andrew always lists his with these crazy numbers. 369,969. I don't know what that means. It's basically right under 370 grand. Give or take your closing cost. Okay, still in Northport, still new construction. But this one's Meadowview Drive. 11817 Meadowview Drive. Bigger home, 2,900 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 1 full acre, which is what you want. Andrew Gore again, Remax Premier. They usually list 2 at a time. He is related to the builder. It's a family business. Walker Elementary for this one, and Northside for the high school. A little bit more money, $615,000. All right, next up, still in Northport County, Glencrest, very popular established subdivision. 13830 Hemlock Drive. One level, built in 2017, so it's still relatively new. It's got just over a fifth of an acre, 0.22. Moderate size, 1,928. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Back with Huntington Elementary and then Tuscaloosa County High. Jennifer Hamner, Hamner Real Estate. Again, I don't know if she's the owner Hamner or a different set of Hamners. 385,000 asking price. Okay, this is a good one. My friend Caitlin Wilson over at Hamner Real Estate, she's got a new listing in Northport County, Lakeland Hills. 12625 Lakeland Hills Drive, the main road. 1.5 level home built in 1997, so just before turn of the century. Those are usually the really good ones. where you can get a better price on a more modern home instead of brand new construction. Home in 1 full acre, 1.09, so just over an acre. Walker Elementary, Northside High. Caitlin's got this one listed for $339,900. $339,900. Beautiful home. Okay, next up, Billy Bigham Road, Northport County, land for sale. This is 10 acres for $110,000. Basically $11,000 per acre. Walker Elementary, north side is the zoning, school zoning. Looks like from the photos it's still wooded, so you would have to pay for excavation and tree removal, all that stuff, on top of what you pay for just the land. Nicholas Devours, First Class Real Estate, never met him, is the listing agent. It's $110,000. Okay, still in Northport. Land listing again, Highway 43 North, great area, 18838, Highway 43 North. It's already got a 911 registered address. 2 acres, $2,500 apiece. $45,000 asking price. Nicholas DeBowers, again, it must be the same seller, and this one's $45,000 for 2 acres. All right, moving on. Okay, finally, back in Tuscaloosa City, West, super affordable home. Definitely a good investor approach. 2710 19th Street, TCINL subdivision. I do see that one a lot. It's an established subdivision. It's got a lot of older homes like this one, built in 1924. It's a century old this year. Smaller floor plan, 163 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It's got just under a fifth of an acre lot, 0.19. Does have city schools, Central Elementary, Central High. Rockwell RE101 Real Estate is the seller's agent. And you remember what I said, delightful price, $45,000. That would be a good investor starter, property. You could get a really good rent and try to get it paid off and create an asset free and clear in just a few years. And once you get that first house paid off for the rent, get your money back through the rent, and you've created an income producing check each month, you can actually borrow against that for your next home. Need to call me. This is what I do. Okay, next up, we're in Tuscaloosa City West again. This looks like a previous church, commercial multifamily listing, 1816 26th Avenue. It's zoned R4, 0.15 acres, which is just over a tenth of an acre. 1,100 square feet, built in 1920. Another one that's a century old. Amber Rockwell again. Somebody must have owned both of them. 179,900. And like I said, it's a previous church. Church conversions are very popular right now, but I guess just because there's so many of them and they don't have congregations paying to do the upkeep and all the things that it needs, and they're getting converted to housing. You can definitely do that with this. All right, moving on. Jonathan Branson, Keller Williams has got one in Tuscaloosa, 69 South, Kings Ridge, just right here behind me. 2-level home, 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 1 half bathroom, just under a fifth of an acre lot, 0.16. It's built in 2013, so it's just over 10 years old. Bigger home, 3,283 square feet. You always need to consider your carry costs like heating and cooling and insurance and stuff like that monthly on that much square footage. Jonathan's got this one listed for $420,000. Okay, this is an in-house listing. I saw it earlier. Samantha Owens with Advantage Realty. She's one of the newer agents. She's got one in Fayette, and it's a nice listing. It's directly on a private lake, so it's like a little oasis. You might could even do some short-term rentals, there, renting on the weekend. 70 White Oak Lock. I'm sure it's White Oak Lock is definitely connected to the river, but this is probably a private lake. 1.5 level home, 2 bedroom, 2 full bathroom with 1 full acre. Built in 2009, so it is turn of the century, just over a decade. 1,512 square feet. It's got that flag sticking out on the front there, and it is on water. This week I reminded people, like, Alabama has so many waterfront properties. People don't think about that when they think about Alabama. So this one, it's got Fayette Schools. Samantha's got this one listed for $249,500. And you can walk right out your front door to the lake. All right, next up, we're back in Northport, single family lot, Grandview Drive in Lake Cove Estates. It's a 1/2 acre parcel. Walker Elementary, Northside High. Alice Maxwell, owner of Keller Williams, is the seller's agent. $43,000. See, it is wooded. You do need to. It's wooded, but it's very, very close to the lake. And I'm sure the subdivision offers lake access, like where you could park a boat or something. Let's see what it says. Lake Cove Estates, Dream Home awaits. Exceptional 1/2 acre lot offers incredible opportunity on your slice of paradise in desirable Lake Cove Estates neighborhood, just moments away from Lake Tuscaloosa. Doesn't mention if the subdivision offers that, but I bet it does. $43,000 for that one. Actually, there's 2 of them. Alice has got another one, same deal, Grandview Drive, just under a 1/2 acre parcel, 0.46. Same price, $43,000. So go 43 north to Cherokee Drive, turn right on Cherokee Drive, left on Grandview, lot will be on right. So you got 2 in Lake Cove Estates, could build on. The values have really gone up in there. I think I have a relative in Lake Cove Estates, and their values have done really well. They've made some really good additions to their home, and this is a good area, especially so close to the lake. Okay, well, that was a whopper for today, about 16 new listings. I just updated our online furniture packages and added a very nice Ashley Furniture 5-piece dining set. It was under $1,350, $1,350 for all 5 pieces. Super nice table, thick slab wood style table, very comfortable and stylish chairs. It was a mix from mid-century to contemporary, and it looks really good. I just released that one. As always, I'm live at the furniture store. My father's here, my son, my girlfriend, soon-to-be wife. We're all here running the business. This is a family business, and we're about to take my son to the park. And, of course, the store will be open until 5 as usual. I'm going to try and soak up some of the sunshine from today and prepare for the game this weekend. I will be covering the sales floor at the store tomorrow. So if you want to buy furniture when the deal maker's here, tomorrow is your day. Of course, you can buy online anytime. So don't forget to call my sponsored lender, Ryan Perrenoud. He and I make a great team when it's your time to buy a home. He closed a conventional mortgage in like 14 days just a couple of months ago with another client. He's really, really good. He and his wife work together as well. And we're trying to do more and communicate more with everybody about what we offer. And, mainly don't forget, when you use me as your realtor for buying or selling, if you're my client, you'll get a furniture allowance for whoever picks your listing. We'll offer it to them as long as they buy it through me. Or, of course, if you buy your home with me, the commission I receive will have a furniture allowance paid to the store towards whatever you want. And, I understand. I always want to say this. I understand we're not trying to say, hey, you don't have the money for furniture. Use me and I'll save you, I'll give you $1,000 worth of furniture, because that's not going to be enough to furnish the whole house. It's supposed to be a great gesture to help you save money. you would have paid the commission anyway. You would have paid the commission anyway. So you might as well use an agent that offers more. And you can trust the fact, like I said, my competition's not going to advertise for me, even, but yeah, they're not going to advertise for me. You got to give it a shot yourself. And like I said, you would have paid the commission anyway. So try me, give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it again. But I guarantee you it's going to be an elevated experience. I'm worth my weight with knowledge, representing you through the entire deal, getting, what you want out of the real estate deal, as well as the icing on the cake when you need $10,000 worth of furniture in your $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 house, paid half of it with the commission. And we know you got your money. Tuscaloosa works hard. We all work hard. We don't want to be struggling. I totally get it. But this is designed to save you money. It's supposed to be an elevated experience. So you got to fight through all the noise. Some of the whoppers I hear, especially with this City Hall issue going on with the new Sports Illustrated development. It's just like Tuscaloosa to let zoning unanimously approve it with no opposition, but then all of a sudden one person calls in a few favors, and then you got 10 people down there who are not under oath, who appear to be upset that real estate's being developed, and every single excuse they have is just common stuff. It's going to bog down the ambulance. Well, if you don't have private sector investment, you'll become Reform Alabama, and you won't have an ambulance service anymore. So in case you didn't know how that works, I just taught you how it works. It's not going to bring up our property values. If you have a concentrate of 200 people that own condominiums and live in other places, and they're coming here to spend time, they are very highly likely to change their mind and want to stay full time or put more money into the area and bring your values up. One guy, it was just crazy to me. They're not under oath, so they get up there and they say, well, I don't think this is going to work, for this, and this. And it literally doesn't make any sense, but nobody can say anything back. The council cannot be like, well, that's not true. They can't do it. They have to take it serious. And, that's just concerning. That's just concerning because it's just about money. It's just about money. They think somebody's fixing to get a bunch of money, and they want to cook up a bunch of issues and try to stop it. It's plain as day. That's all it is. You need investment. Without private sector investment, you will be like Pickens County, and Reform. The city of Reform, the town of Reform, because it's a population decrease. They're having to pay for they shopped to pay for their own ambulance service, and of course they can't afford it. So they still don't have ambulance service at all. And, that was just one of the excuses. They were like, it's going to bog down city services and the ambulance. And it's just, I was thinking to myself, while this guy's talking, where's the ambulance right now? Right now, where's the ambulance that's going to be bogged down by this one new, development that's happening? They're most likely sitting ready and waiting. That's what they do mostly. It's just, the stuff's just not true. Not true. And, my competition has, I hate to say it, but I've kind of openly, since the beginning of my career, I've kind of stated, that I have bigger plans and stuff like that. And I think my competitors took it serious, and it's just been kind of tough. There's still whole portions of this market that don't even know we're here. So we're, every day we're trying to change that. People give us a shot, and we got big news coming. Don't forget, Advantage has got that new listing in Fayette with Samantha. She's the newest realtor. Great listing. There was also a new listing just like that in Reform yesterday. It was a house for $245,000, but it was a small house. You walk out the backyard on a private lake. there was two of those listed at the same time. One was Sadrina Curry that lives directly next door to my mother, and one was Samantha, who I'm sure, the seller called into the Advantage office, and she was the one that worked it. So those are really, really good listings. You don't realize how much waterfront property Alabama has between Gulf Coast, rivers, lakes, and then private lakes. For my developments and stuff, adding a lake is something that I can do. We can create a lake, and make our subdivision have some water features. That's it. I'm done for the week. If you want to join the mailing list, let me know. I appreciate all the views. Don't be a creep. Let me know who you are. Interact with me when you're on here, unless you're just checking in to see what I'll say, and you go complain, to whoever and whatever. I've been called rude and a jackass before, so I'm just trying to make a living. Okay, that's it. Sayonara. Take care of yourself.